Hi there. This is going to be a general love reading for all signs, and we're going to be pulling some past life oracle cards first, and then in the extended, it has been a minute, we will be doing some sexual tarot magic deck cards. Okay, so the extended is only for those who are of age and also who are not offended by sexual images and sexual talk. So that again is the extended that you can purchase by clicking below. Let's just get right into this. I am finishing up the final, I think it's like 3 zodiac signs for the ending of January, and I'm still gonna do them even though it is the ending of January. It's technically for middle to end, but I feel like Spirit saying still get them out, and then I'll start working on February's very soon thereafter. I am still currently not accepting personal readings because I am finishing up the ones I currently have. Monk or nun. Ooh, the prayer hands is a big deal like this. That's really instrumental and important here. I find that to be extremely sexy and humbling. Like, have you guys, okay, so for those of you who ever watch TikTok, they have this thing where they call it like the Chinese fashion street or something, and it's like they're in China somewhere and they're taking videos of these people walking in, like, you know, they're fashionably dressed and stuff, and there's this one young kid, this dude, and they do this, yeah, but one in particular, they always show him, he does this, and like when the photographers are taking pictures of him and he's walking and they do like this thing, like, you know, like that, something about that, the prayer hands thing feels like a really big deal, but it also of course symbolizes, you know, being grateful, thankful, thank you, you know, it's a humbleness. This could relate to, in the past lives, someone was literally a monk or a nun, or in past lives there was this spirituality thing about the hands praying or prayer. And it could also mirror something in this life too, somehow. You know, when you start to crack open and start your spiritual awakening, you realize that it's not about religion. It's about spirituality, that it's religion is the same song sung in different tunes is what it is, right? When we start to awaken, that's what we realize. So your next card here is leaving or travel. This person may have had you or them, and I say this person meaning your person of interest or the person who you are involved with or what have you, or the person you're thinking about. Leaving or travel, there was a lot of travel for work in past lives. There was a lot of goodbyes. It's weird though, because in somebody's past life, their little thing with them was never to say goodbye. They would always say, I'll see you later. See you later, alligator. Or something that was very light. You see what I'm saying? So it wouldn't be goodbye, oh my God, we're gonna goodbye. It would be like cry, hug, kiss, embrace. After a while, crocodile, see you soon, see you later. Something like that. It was very like light, as to purposely not focus on the fact of the distance. There could be distance in this life between the two of you guys now. It mirrors it. Again, everything mirrors it. Distance, male and female. I feel like whatever you guys were in that particular life that's outstanding or that sticks out with this, and if you were male, you're male now. See what I'm saying? It's the same. And it's also symbolic of masculine, feminine energy. My oven's gonna go off in a second. I'm actually baking salmon, which I love. Galactic. Very cosmic. You might be into astrology, zodiacs, horoscopes. You may be very attracted to the stars. You may feel very attracted to star-seedy energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might be very attracted to star formations. When I was a child, I was so unbelievably amazed by the sky. One of my favorite movies as a kid was Space Camp, is what I think it's called. And they actually accidentally go to space. They were astronauts, yeah, little kids. They were at space camp, but then they like accidentally somehow get their asses all the way up into space. It's a great movie. I don't know, I've just always been obsessed with like space and like stars and cosmic shit, y'all. And this is what this feels like for many of you guys that are going to relate to this. This is also some type of, the ancestry and the DNA here somehow is, now bear with me now, is what they're saying, galactic. All right, hold on, okay? I'm gonna beat my timer. Hold on. Oh, it smells good. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn the timer off, and then when I'm done with this and I record the second half, the extended, I'll check it then, because it's not quite done yet. Oh, it smells so good. Ah! I like to bake my salmon. This is just like a family thing. Like in our family, this is how we do it. We put mayonnaise on top of it, right? Fresh salmon. And then we put garlic, salt, and pepper. That's like the way I love it, just most times. And it sounds really gross, right, with mayo on top, but I'm telling you, when you bake it like that, it's amazing. Do that also with chicken breast. I don't eat chicken anymore. I only eat seafood. But back in the day, I used to do it like that, where you take chicken breasts or thighs, whatever you have, but breasts are best, and make them real thin. Now I'm like the cutlet kind. And then put the mayonnaise on top and sprinkle breadcrumbs on top of it with seasoning, right? Whatever you want, seasoned salt, garlic salt, pepper, whatever. And Parmesan cheese mix all in that mix, and bake it. Oh my God, it's like unbelievable. The mayo helps it to stay moist. Usually, I'll do it like this, right? But sometimes what I'll do is I'll sprinkle the breadcrumbs on top of the mayo and the salmon. It's so good. But this time I was like, eh. Anyways, I used to be a baker before, so food's a really important part of my life still. You know, even though I don't do that for a living anymore. I really want to do a mukbang channel, but I'm so lazy to start it. So, galactic. Intergalactic. It's very out of space. Out of this world. Very alien. I'm an aqua. We are the aliens of the zodiac. Love life. See, I told you, it's all like this. It's something that's mirrored. And then, of course, ships. Ships could be something important in this life. Boats, ships. Travel on the ocean, or fishing, or sailing, or something of that sort. Wheel of Fortune, holy fuck. Destined and fated, it's destiny. Sudden, it's luck, it's expansive, it's fate. Fate is going to bring this connection back together again. The beaver. Persistence pays off. Repetition. Things working against you. Somebody here feels like they are always stuck in some kind of like karmic shit. That's what it probably felt like. It probably felt like every time I take 2 steps forward, I gotta take 5 steps back. Somebody feels like they were like stuck in something. Like I work really hard and it just never seems to really get me where I really want to go. Oh, it's the masculine. Here he is. Look. The masculine with something to do with work here. And then the lily is about ambition. They're very ambitious, right? They're experienced, they're mature. They want, this is what their goals are. Their goal is to be like they want to be like a fucking legend. And it's funny too, because I just did Virgo's reading, and I swear to God that was no Sagittarius. And Sagittarius reading, I kept seeing the word legend. And somebody who was like a shot caller, like a wealthy person, somebody who was very, very, like an old wise soul. This person is not quite yet old and wise, but they're sort of like gaining their experience, if you will. That's what it feels like to me. Of course, take it as it resonates. Your dude could already be older and wise, and old not even having to do with like muggle years. Oh, it's the one. I told you. It's like, look at the rings. The rings is like a promise. It's a partnership. It's like a bond. It's an agreement. It's closure, though, because I feel like this old cycle, or some kind of cycle that keeps going around and around and around, has to end. But this is marriage. 2 people getting married. It's like, oh, it's you again. Like that kind of a feeling, like, that's a bear. Yep, the bear is a boss. The bear is a shot caller. It literally says strong and muscular. So this could be a big, bulky motherfucker. CEO, really strong, entrepreneur. Could be a mama bear, really protective energy. This person would have an extremely, even if they're not big, like I said, they're not tall and like big and muscular. Let's say they're not, but their energy is that of being very protective. It's almost as if like they are like a bodyguard. I remember like when I was at my old apartment still on the beach. Remember I was channeling the fuck out of the bodyguard? The Lovers. It is Gemini energy, but the Lovers is, hello, an old sacred union. It's reconciliation of old souls. It's like, it's fucking twin flames, the Lovers, you know? Now, don't get me wrong, it also can symbolize a decision in love. But it has a feeling to it of like sexual chemistry too. Extreme sexual chemistry. See, that's why we're gonna hit the tarot magic deck. If you've been watching my lives on Instagram, xi_missy_xi, we've been really getting in it. For some reason, the past couple of weeks, the lives I've been doing channeling on Instagram, we've been running 2-3 hours. Insane, right? Normally that's not the case, but there's times when we go in and out of energy and channeling where it'll be very light, and then sometimes we get in it. And anyways, the past couple of days we were really getting into sexual energy right away. And you also have here the Child. Child is new beginnings, innocence, brand new, spontaneous, and inexperienced. I told you I felt like they weren't quite experienced yet. You can just feel it. They're just not there yet. That's their goal. They want to be somebody who's a legend, somebody who's super experienced, but they're not quite yet. And you have the Fireflies bottom of the deck, but I'm not going to actually take it. The Squirrel, secretive, energetic, frugal, miscommunication. I feel like there's something being held back, some kind of communication not being said in the Garden. The Garden is about public, crowds, audience, a date outdoors or whatever. This is something that's secretive. So secretive meaning it has to be because somebody's famous or they don't want people to know. Maybe it's like a connection that you and a person have and like nobody knows about. Or it's a famous person, so it has to be kept on the DL. You know, a lot of times we meet people that are famous or in the public eye and we can't like go on Instagram and go and scream it from the rooftops. We got to be on the DL about it. Maybe some of you even signing NDAs. Clouds here too. Clouds is confusion. Misunderstandings. That's misunderstanding and miscommunication twice. I feel like what is confusing here, because there is confusion clearly, or something is unclear, is it hasn't been spoken in this lifetime now, okay? In this lifetime, it hasn't been communicated. I'm feeling like this. I'm interested in love, or I'm attracted to you, or it feels like it's being kept to oneself is my point. Out of fear, I'm sure. And I'm sure it's mirrored from this life to past life too, where it feels like they always have to say goodbye to them. Like I always had to say goodbye, right? Leaving and travel, I always have to go. I always have to leave. And it's that feeling of like, I now have created like a wall. So like it's distance. And like, I don't want to get like close to people that I can't be with every fucking waking minute of the day. You know what I mean? It almost has that weird feeling to it. See, the Stallion is here, and the Stallion is about breaking free, and it's strong emotions and desire, sexual energy. I told you, that's why we're doing that deck. Motivated and driven. See, it's extreme sexual energy. And then the Tree is grounded, fertility, lineage, roots, personal growth, past lives evolving. So obviously it's a past life connection. Clearly it's a past life deck we're using. And this is the Intuit Oracle. So, okay, we're confirming that. But you see how we're also talking about fertility? And see the sexual energy? Strong emotions, desire. Yeah? They desire you extremely. An extreme sexual desire, but it's deeper than that too. It's a soulmate connection too, which makes it worse. I feel like they're going, oh my god, almost like they're irritated by it. Somebody is, because the connection is like fucking unbelievably strong. It's just like the Fish. The Fish is wealth. It's also good luck out, but let me read it what it says on the card. Maybe it'll resonate differently for you. Resources, finances, investments, prosperous, money, income, commerce, multiply in large quantities. Somebody here could work with a lot of money. Somebody here is in finances. Somebody here has a lot of motherfucking money. Multiply in large quantities though. This couple right here, when they get back together, if they have another kid, it could be twins. hence twin flames, but they literally could have twins. Like, they could literally have a birth that's multiple. You have the dog underneath. Dog is about friendship. The dog is also a sibling or peer. It could literally symbolize a pet, but it's about faithful companion, loyalty, and devotion. I just heard somebody say it's complicated, and then there's the third person. Third person for some of you can literally be obviously a third person, third party, but it doesn't feel third party to me. This card speaks about another person being involved, someone else's influence, an outside party, a rival love, and a stranger. The stranger and the rival love really resonate, but for some of you, the third party is what resonates, but I just don't feel third party. I just don't. See, look, dog again, bottom of the deck. It just feels like there's a rival, it's competition. The waterfall. Oh Lord Jesus. Flood of emotions, abundance, overflowing, tears of sorrow or joy, release and fulfillment. It's like my cup runneth over, the amount of emotions. Once the dam breaks, because it feels like there's this hold back right now, once the dam breaks, it's going to be quite severe as far as feelings go, because it'll unlock. Once let me tell you, okay, the past is the key here. Once the memories of this past life are remembered, I guess is how you want to say it, it's going to be like major with these two people. That's the key. The key is remembering. And then the sexual desire is going to be ridiculous. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. It's that feeling that I had where my heart was cracking open, where I felt like I was dying. If you watch me on live on Instagram, I talk all about it. I don't think I talked about it on this video. And if I did, I apologize if I'm repeating myself, but it's so strange because a few days ago, I had felt that deep crack and aching pain in my chest, and I knew it was my heart chakra cracking open. But this time what it felt like and what I knew was that we were transmuting any old residual, is the key word now, residual pain or trauma or anything of that sort, right? We were actually finally transmuting it out. So the heart was cracking open to be able to get it out. The overflow of emotions, the waterfall could have been some of you having these, releases of tears and breakdowns and such, right? We were releasing it, letting it out. And then last night, I felt when I was laying on the couch, this very strange sensation. And I didn't know how to describe it at first. And I panicked and I sat up and I thought something's wrong. But it wasn't pain. And it wasn't heart flutters. And it wasn't palpitations. And it wasn't anything that I've felt before. And I forgot about it. And when I was on live today on Instagram, xi_missy_xi, I felt it again. And it was the best way I can describe it to you is as if my heart was expanding and opening. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. It is safe for you to love. And the reason I think it feels so strange to me, this feeling of my heart opening, is because it's never opened before after it's been completely purged and purified and cleaned out. Does that make sense? So it's like I've never felt that before. And now because it's like nothing's in there keeping me jaded. Nothing's in there keeping me from being vulnerable. Nothing's in there that's keeping me from climbing up. There's no climbing up. There's no jadedness. There's just an open space to allow this to come in. It's really fucking insane, the timing of it, because we're going to be going deep into Mercury retrograde. So this is like the final cleanup for many, and then this is manifesting. So it's like my heart chakra is opening up because it's for that. Many of you are going to say, holy fuck, me too. Now, we never ever want to self-diagnose ourselves. If you feel you have any kind of physical ailment, please go get it checked out. Do not self-diagnose yourself, okay? See how it's funny how like my earring is catching the light and it's sort of creating that effect on my face? You see it? Something about that feels extremely important. Light. And I was channeling that on one of my readings recently live, or one of my live ones, I think, about how light was going to be really important. Maybe it's when you look at them, it's like, oh, I don't know, but you see how it's like reflecting off my face from my earring? It feels just really symbolic and important to point that out. Anyways, I want to thank you for your likes, your shares, and your subscriptions here on YouTube. Follow me on Instagram, xi_missy_xi. And again, if you want to purchase the extended reading, we're going to use the Sexual Tarot Magic Deck cards. We haven't done this in a minute. Go ahead and click below. I am not accepting any more reading requests because I am still in the process of catching up, and I'm almost there. I think I've got like less than 10 people left, live and recorded. It's a mix of both. So if I haven't gotten to yours yet, you're definitely one of the last of my list of people. Yeah, so I'll see you guys in the extended. Okay, love you, bye.